European Championship Düsseldorf 2019.
So this is the gold medal match of the women's team foil competition. And it's a match-up between Russia and France. Russia, who knocked out Italy rather comfortably in the semi-finals, and the French team came through against Germany. There is Ina Dereglazova, Anastasia Ivanova, Larissa Korobenikova, and Zagadulina is their reserve. Anita Blas, Petrul, has Petruil, Ronvier, and Izora Tibu.
Yongwan Ko Korea and Dylan Czech Republic. Thanks for presentation, referees. Please start the match.
So here we go. Before the match starts, we're going to see the team huddle. So getting things underway for Russia will be Larissa Korobenikova, and Izora Tibu will start things off for France. Yeah, France beat Germany in the semi-finals 45-28, and Russia, well, they steamrolled Italy 44-32. France in the quarterfinals beat Ukraine. They were the #1 seed coming in. They actually had a bye in the table of 16. Russia also had a bye. They took out Poland very comfortably, 45-24. So both of these teams haven't really been stretched at all today. And if you look at the performances over the season, France, well, they won the first 2 World Cups in Algiers and in Poland, and Russia won the last one in Tauba. So here we go. This is the gold medal match in the women's team foil competition. Larissa Korobenikova on the left of your screen, Izora Tibu on the right. We have 9 3-minute periods, or until the target score reaches 5 or a multiple of 5. So in leg 1 it's 5, in leg 2 10, leg 3 15, etc.
En garde. Prête. Allez.
Tibu coming back. Long attack, leveling the score. Beats the blade there, establishes the right of way, and then able to avoid Korobenikova's blade on the way through. And that time, Korobeniukova taking the point.
Red. Ali.
So Izora Tibu, now world ranked number 5. Start from the Russians.
It's a happy day for Russia, isn't it? Taking gold in the men's team épée event. And the closer, Sergei Bida, has a mother who's massively involved in European fencing. She's just become the new media manager, Elena Grishina. And she's commentating. It must be amazing for her because she's commentating on Russian TV. I wonder what that sounded like.
Well, yeah, I think she might have been a bit nervous there when the Danes drew level. But it was her son that pulled that one out of the bag at the end. So Tibu, we said, world rank 5. Korobeniukova, world rank 15. On paper, if you just look at world rankings, the Russians are the stronger team. They've actually got 5 fencers in the top 20 in the world, the Russians.
French, though, had a cracking start to the season in the World Cups. They won in Algiers, Katowice and St. Maur, beating Russia twice. But in the last World Cup in Tauber, here in Germany, Tauber-Bischofsheim, one of the big centres of fencing, the Russians beat the French to the gold medal. Russia have been on every single podium, but so have France.
Yeah, Russia lost in Cairo to Italy, and that was the only one that wasn't Russia or France this season.
Nice attack from Tibu, though.
Well, looking at the lineup, Tibu is on as anchor. They're on the right of the sheet. So Tibu goes 1, then she goes again at...
in the middle, basically.
Yeah, in the middle at 5. Whereas Dereglitsova is the anchor, but they're on the left of the sheet. And so she goes at 2. And then at 6, and then again at 9. So 15 seconds left. Time for one of these fencers to get the score to 5. But not with an off-target hit. And now only 3 seconds left. Tibu's not giving it up, though.
Parry riposte from me.
Yeah.
It's actually given us attack no, continue. Sorry, attack no, and then Korobeynikova getting the right of way. Tim Bardenhagen is the referee starting this match off. Tim, a very
And Izora Tibu will hand over to Anita Blas. Anita Blas, world rank 26, 27 years old. And Ina Dereglitsova, world rank number 2 and 29.
Passed from Dereglitsova. Close from Dereglitsova.
Well, women's team foil wasn't on the Olympic program in Rio 2016. Everything back on the program in Tokyo. All 12 medals up for grabs.
Yeah, the president of the World Federation of Fencing, Alisha Usmanov, the man behind that.
I think it was going to be. I think it was going to be men's team foil that would have missed out.
Correct.
And women's team epee, I think. Yes, because women's team sabre wasn't in Rio. No, women's team foil wasn't in Rio. I just said that.
Yeah, they used to rotate out one male and one female team. Now, the program is complete. 12 medals, 12 medal events, I should say.
At the World Championships, USA took the gold in Wuxi in 2018.
Women's foil, yeah. Good team, the Americans, but perhaps not the overall favourites when you look at Russia, France, Italy. Blocked on the line by Blas. Does she stop this time? I'm not convinced, and nor is Tim Bardenhagen, that that was a definite attack. Tim has the luxury of going to have a look at the video. He's had a look. He's given it as attack too. There was a moment when Blas did have the right of way, but she didn't use it. She didn't get in and finish the attack. Good use of video there by the referee.
Well, Russia have just picked up team gold in the men's epee, and they started very well in the women's team foil. Now, they also picked up gold in the women's team sabre yesterday.
overladen. En garde. Red. Ali. Uit. Paraat. Non. Contact. Rien.
Yeah, Russia on the women's side so dominant in sabre and foil.
Ali.
Epee probably the one that they need the most work on.
Well, they're not too bad. Kolobova and Tatiana Gutkova. Gutkova winning 2 world championships as a junior. Kolobova has taken a world championship title a couple of years back, I think now.
Yeah, they've got Andrushina and Shutova as well.
And Krapina's in there as well.
Ali.
So the Russians won they won 1 gold medal in the individual competition, individual competitions, and that was Veniamin Rechetnikov in the sabre. They were guaranteed a gold in that final because it was an all-Russian affair. Kamil Ibragimov. Interesting match, that one. The 2 fencers of Russia going up against each other.
Yeah, just to correct my small error about the Russian women's epee team, Gutkova has actually done the double at the World Championships as a junior, and she won the Senior World Championships in 2017. Kolobova has won the European title twice, silver medal at the World Championships. Here, though, the Russian foil team are just doing enough to stay ahead.
Well, the Russians got silver last time out at the European Championships in the team event. They were actually beaten by Italy in Novi Sad. Made up for that in the semi-finals. It was good work from the Russians. There's no fireworks as yet, though.
Yeah, more containment in the second fight from Dariglatsova, doing her job for the team.
15 is the target, not 10. This is round 3. And it's putting room on the scoreboard for either the trailing team to catch up and overtake, or
you know what? Sorry.
Yeah, or for the leading team Russian to extend the lead.
We are getting very close to non-combativity here. Look at that. Power up has just gone yellow.
Yeah. And non-combativity in foil, you can't exactly just go in for a double, can you?
You can, but it's all on the Ranvier here.
Yeah, Ranvier is going to have to land something.
She's desperately
Oh, she
trying
got
to.
it. Well
wow. That was exceptionally close to passivity being called.
Well done.
I think
Chapeau, as they say in France. Chapeau.
cap off.
Yes.
Capped. Doff
Yeah.
my cap. to
Doff
you.
my cap. Chapeau.
Doff your cap. You doff your cap, don't you?
Doff.
Yes.
Doff. I don't know.
Yeah, so that's avoided passivity being called, and I think Amira Close said to Pauline Ranvier, that's the French coach, of course, now it's back off, stay away. You've avoided non-competitivity, but we don't need to go chasing down after Anastasia Ivanova. And it's a bit of tactical use of passivity here by both teams. Russia not wanting to give up the 2-hit lead. Pauline Ranvier from France not risking going chasing after this one too early.
Yeah, it's a slow burn. As we are done with the first third, we go out of leg 3 and into leg 4. Will we see a little bit more open fencing, or will this containment continue?
Korobeynikova could well go after this. She's got massive reach advantage, and she does get through on the attack, but hits off target. Nita Blaz, broken time, old school broken time attack.
One apiece.
Yeah, nice heart, disengaged riposte there. Just had to get around that parry. Now, close there. You saw the little signal with his hand. He's saying you must use octave parry now. Very clear instruction. Octave beat attack. That's what Amira Close asked for.
Oh, nice.
Now the direct riposte. Holding the blade. A slightly different action there from the one before, where she immediately came off the blade and disengaged, went underneath her opponent's blade. This time she held on to it and then forced through the riposte.
And they close the distance. And nice. So the scores are tied. Will this change things?
Wow, does it make Korobeynikova not push so much on the attack? Another attack from Anita Blaz, this time off target.
Nice.
Bit of a freebie. For me, that's Korobeynikovan's attack, and she just missed.
Yeah.
And the counter attack goes through. She hands in her weapon to get a new one. If you change weapons, you have to surrender your weapon to the referee.
So France in the lead for the first time. Lovely beat attack there. It's a good leg for France, this.
Yeah, 5 points scored already.
Plenty of time to score more for Blaž.
That's attack from the left,
Yeah,
though.
yeah.
Korobejnikova going for this two-phase attack. Really fast steps to close the distance, and then she slows down. And that means Blaž's response is to slow down herself, and then she finishes the attack. It's a little bit of a trick with her feet that's getting that attack through. Nice. Unlucky, just hit the mask there on the riposte. There's a large portion of the reach advantage that enabled her to get that one.
Yeah.
Again, the attack fails, it misses, and Emere Clot is asking Ko Jong-hwan to explain what he's given her. Has he given it as a counter-attack, or has he given it as attack in preparation? It looked to me like Ko had said Korobejnikova's attack had failed, Blaž hit with the counter.
Yeah, important for the fencers to know how the referee is interpreting the right of way.
Nice para riposte. And the two French coaches are talking to each other, and the assistant, he's probably just as senior as Emere Clot, but he's saying to Clot, can you please just calm down, because we want her to be calm. Every time you jump up and down and celebrate a hit, it's exciting Blaž too much. They want her to be on a bit more of a even keel. Really interesting dynamic. Really interesting. The team competitions bring another level of intrigue when you've got fencers and coaches all being part of a team effort.
And it's a tactical game as well, isn't it? To say, right, okay, we've got a bit of room on the scoreboard. We came into this. The target is 20. So if both fencers decide to really go for it, then there's a lot of points to be scored. And you might think, okay, we're going to put Blaž up against Korobejnikova and say to her, right, okay, off you go. Fence freely. Try and score as many as you can. 8-3. The individual scores. Started off this leg. The Russians are in the lead 9-7.
First one, well, it's not obvious, this one. The referee's going to go and have a look at this, because Korobejnikova may have delayed and given Blaž here an opportunity to pick up the right of way. He has a look at the video. He's already back. Here we go, a replay.
We're actually seeing the replay.
Good camera work.
That the referees see.
That's a camera taking a picture of a screen there.
Yeah.
So Blaz did get the previous hit, but Korobeynikova is back within one.
Yeah, they've got a minute left in this period. 20 is the target.
Attack given is good there. I was going to wonder whether Ko was giving that as a Mal parry.
See the replay on that one.
Even in slow motion, it's fast.
Yeah. Oh,
It's a deep parry, isn't it?
Yeah.
And she waits for Korobeynikova's momentum to carry her forward. But look, deep parry down into Oktar through cart and then landing it on the shoulder as Korobeynikova shows her back. And Mary Clow and his colleague jumping up and down. Is that a stress ball in
it
his
does
hand?
look like a stress ball. I think it's one of those balls that you roll on to roll out your back. But he's using it as a stress ball, I think.
Broken time attack again. We're seeing that so much more now in foil. It disappeared for a while when everything was all very cagey, looking for attacks into preparation. And now that it's a bit more free on the piste in women's foil, we start to see the broken time attack coming back into play. Nice counter from Korobeynikova. The one before looked like Blaz missed. This one, watch the body evasion from the fencer on the left. She turns her body away, so the target's no longer there anymore, where Blaz is trying to finish her attack and gets the counter.
And the Russians back in the lead. 17-16.
And they're not going to waste the 15 seconds either.
No, they really want to go at each other. Cora call, referee calls halt.
So Korobeynikova is just using the counter, closing counter at the moment. If I was Blaz, I would do a bit of second intention here. Run in as though you're about to attack and then stop, let her turn, and then finish your attack.
No time. No time for that. 17-16, didn't quite make the target of 20, and really important there that reach advantage.
Russians are making a substitution, Graham.
Oh yeah, I wonder who.
I don't think they're going to take off Dereglazova, so I would suspect it's Korobeynikova who's coming out, and Adelina Zagadalina coming in for the penultimate leg.
Yeah, we just have confirmation of that is their likely substitution. That's what they have signalled. So Tivu draws the scores level.
post was the shout from Isora Tibu. Tim Badenharden called it very clearly as a beat attack from Anastasia Ivanova. And
so those new to fencing, Karim, just explain the difference.
if both fencers go for a beat at the same time, as they did there, it's very clear that both Ivanova and Tibu are going for a beat. Ivanova is on the attack, so it is her attack. It's a defensive move from Tibu, and if things are equal, then you should give it to the attacking fencer. And that is exactly what Tim Badenharden does. And he's saying here, I know you both went for the blade. I know that you went for a para riposte, but it wasn't stronger than the beat attack, and the beat attack takes precedence.
So if you're, again, new to fencing, the off-target light is the white light. And it's all about who is the attacking fencer. In that case, Tibu was the attacking fencer. And even though Ivanova got a coloured light on, Tibu's off-target light stopped the play, and they were reset where they were on the piste. No doubt about that one.
Referee still has to call it, and he did. You don't just go, yeah, one light, because the fencers need to understand what the referee's calling.
Yeah.
So he called that as attack into preparation, really important for Ivanova more than Tibu. That's super sharp from the Russian.
That was, yeah, blinking you missed that one. No video. Bad video. No video.
You've used it already. You saw a Tibu. And she's saying twice you've done
now
that.
getting a yellow card for arguing.
Yeah. He's well within his rights. He said 3 times, video. You've had your video, you cannot have another video. And he was friendly but firm. And said, I'm not, you have to get on with the fencing, otherwise I'm going to give you a card. She carried on, she got a card.
And now she's kind of lost her way a bit. Needs to refocus. Still a minute left in this 5th period.
Isora Tibu, though, is so experienced, she will
reset.
Of course she will. Just hesitation on the attack. She's going in a couple of times with a beat, stepping into distance, but going eyes open and looking to see what Ivanova is doing. And what Ivanova is doing is very clever. She's skipping away from the first fake attack, but not skipping away so far on the second one and then diving in. Good fencing from both of them at the moment. But this Russian, she's starting to come into the very best form of her career so far.
Yeah, just the right time for Olympic team selection.
continuation. Well, it's actually called it as a first counter riposte. Attack fails from Thibault, but she parries the riposte from the Russian. Korobenikova was missing on a few occasions in the last fight, where a whole load of points were scored, 17 of them in fact. Here it's Thibault, I think that's the third time she's missed on the attack.
Yeah. Now the target's 25. And Ivanova just one away from that.
Yeah, she's backed right off.
Thibault my press. 5 seconds left. Still going for it.
Nicer setup from Thibault there.
And that's that, 24-19. And that was a good one from Ivanova. Well, this is the second time we're seeing Derevyanceva. She's down as anchor. She came on in leg 2 against Anita Blaz and won that one 3-1. But it was fairly slow and cagey affair, leg 2. We're going to see a little bit more from Derevyanceva here.
I think we will. I think she's going to want to get this lead up significantly. Beautiful setup, and Ranvier fell into the trap as we watch Zagadolina warming up. She's the reserve.
Yeah, she's coming on. We know that for Koryubenikova, and that's in the 8th leg.
And it's the Russian Korobenikova who is with Zagadolina warming her up. Great, it's so good, the footwork from Derevyanceva. It's all about trying to set up this hit. That's exactly what she's going to do. She's skipping in, skipping out, opens the distance up quite wide, then comes back in again, then skips out again, and you never know when the real attack's coming.
And when it comes, it's quite simple, isn't it? The actual attack.
Yeah, little faint disengage. And that one is a direct hit. No disengage required.
Yeah. So 2-0 in leg 6. And the lead for Russia starting to look ominously strong. Certainly for the French supporters. Anyone out supporting Russia, well, it's looking very good. You've got Ina Derevyanceva out there fencing brilliantly. So why is Derevyanceva calling for a video here?
Head on Ranvier.
Ducking of the head of Ranvier.
Get a close look at the video.
Mesdames,
Yellow card. Hit
Look,
an
you
old.
can see it there. Head goes right down.
Yeah. So more than the yellow card, the hit annulled.
Good refereeing again from Tim Bardenhagen. He's gone to the video to check it and come out and given a card where it was required.
So still 2-0 and just over a minute left in the sixth period.
Whoa, clever stuff. And Derek Latsova calling for a video. I'm not sure what this one's for. Is she trying to say, did she step over the back line?
No, she was nowhere near stepping over the back line.
Well, she didn't duck her head. Good.
And Derevyatsova has used up her video appeal. Well, this is good for Pauline Rouvier. Last 2 points going to France, keeping them in this, keeping it within reach. I've got the feeling there that Derevyatsova was just going to go and
Run away with it.
run away.
Yeah. Not the case at all.
Well, we're going to see her again in the final leg. And I suspect that if she inherits a 5-point lead as she goes into the 9th, it's going to be very difficult for France to overturn that. Not impossible. So off target given, and Rouvier asking for Tim Bardenhagen to have a look at the video.
Well, in fact, it was the referee who asked the fencer if she wanted a video.
Confirms the original decision off target from Derevyatsova.
Well, Derevyatsova has taken her time over this one. That's because Ronvier's fencing so well against her. Pinned to the back line, getting that counter-attack. That's a nice highlight of this particular leg. But again, Derevyatsova going back to this amazing footwork to create an action. She's looking for the attack, but she's ready with the defence. And this time, the remise of the flash attack from Pauline Rouvier goes through.
Yeah, she claimed that one. So now 3 apiece, 27-22. That is that. Referee calls halt. And they fenced right to the very last second on that one. But nothing changes, really. Came on, she was given free rein to go at Koryubennikova.
Yeah, but Ivanova is the star player as
Yeah.
things stand on this particular match for Russia. She's on a +3.
Yeah, she's the MVF, most valuable fencer. It's an expression that I've just coined.
You've been watching the draft, haven't you?
Yeah, MVP is the normal expression, most valuable player.
Blas going in for the attack there, but failing. And it's actually become a little bit of a thing for this Russian team. This closing counter-attack is being used a lot here. And that's what... it's because of this closing counter-attack that the fight is taking such a long time, because the French don't want to go in on the attack too much. They want to set it right up so that they don't fall foul to the closing counter.
There was a few years when Vitsali was at her peak. Remember those days well, don't you, Karen?
Yeah, I mean, look, it's Vitsali, the most decorated female fencer of all time, and it worked for years and years and years. But what it meant was, because she was so tight and compact, she's quite small. She was quite small.
She is quite small.
She is quite small. There wasn't a lot of target to hit, and she played a canny game with her feet, making it very difficult for taller fencers to hit her, because she'd dive in on the counter-attack all the time. It kind of led a couple of years of all the fencers fencing that way, because it was a winning way. But it meant that ladies' foil sometimes took a very long time.
Yep. So 30-22 the score. Target 35 in this leg. Well, both Ranvier and Thibault are down to come back on in the 8th and 9th. Well, that was an important point for Anita Blas. The referee is just going to have a look at the replay. Have a look at this, Karen.
She doesn't get the blade there, but but the thing is, Ivanova didn't pick up the moment to attack. She needed to attack as Blas's blade was down in the octave line, and she didn't.
Yeah, two very important points there for Anita Blas. Can't afford to let the Russians get any further ahead than they were.
Attack from the right is going to be given by the referee, and he is spot on. Ivanova is looking in dismay, but her coach, quite rightly, is saying to her that was an attack against you.
Yeah, all the good work she did at the beginning of this leg has been wiped out by Anita Blaise. So still this 5-point deficit for France. Lost count of how many blade contacts there were then.
Closing counter again.
Yeah. Blaise off target.
Found the beat, had the right of way, a counter landing again as Blaise misses. There's the beat, and then she just comes past the sword arm and misses the target.
But less than 10 seconds to go. It's not looking good for the French team. Yeah, 32-25 the score. And she is on.
Yeah.
And she's on for Korebenyakova.
So
So Ranvier on for France.
is it going to be containment, or is it going to be all-out attack from Zagadalina? Ranvier's hasn't got much choice. She can't hand over this kind of deficit to Isura Tibu. Otherwise, it will be a pretty easy job for Ina Derigletsova to close out. So Ranvier's job to close the gap, not go after the target score of 35.
Yeah, 40. Target score 40.
Cool. Round 8. Promising start from Ranvier. But every hit that Zagadalina gets will continue to buoy an already buoyant Russia, but she gets closer to that 40 to hand over to the world #1, who is on the most scintillating form at the moment. 6 out of the 8 ranking competitions in the season won by Ina Derigletsova.
Yeah, and it just takes away the room on the scoreboard. Even if you just, if this is 10-all, it removes the ability for Isior or Tibu to come on and outscore Ina Derigletsova.
containment looks to be the order from the Russian coach for Zagadolina. Push Ranvier back, but don't risk anything. And she's sticking to that plan. Ranvier at the moment is, well, I think she's been very patient, but she hasn't really got the time to be so patient. I think she's got to go after this a little bit more. If this was the first, second, third, even the fourth leg, I would say this is fine from Pauline Ranvier. Just get 1, 2, 3 hits and that's fine. You can take your time to do it. But now we're in the 8th leg, the penultimate leg. She has to go after this. Referee not convinced on this one, so he's going to have a look at the video of his own volition.
Oh look, we're seeing it. Actually being filmed from the coach cam position.
Gives it to Zagadolina. Attack from the left. I think Ranvier knew that.
Zagadolina did an interesting kind of treading water foot movement there. I'm not moving forward or back.
So Ranvier takes the fight to her. This is the problem. Whoa! Couldn't quite get the riposte in. The continuation came from Ranvier. 2, 3 more, and this is still going to be a match for Ina Derevyaglitsova up against Diostor Tibu. Ranvier has only got 1 minute and 20 seconds left to get those couple of hits.
Yeah, running out of time and running out of points.
Tibu waiting in the wings. Nice. Nice stop hit. But it seems that every time she scores 1 hit, Zagadolina comes back and gets it back. So under a minute left to go in this one, and Pauline Ranvier, I think, has to go up through the gears a little bit quicker.
Yeah.
2 steps forward, Ranvier stops to look, and that's the moment that Zagadolina steals the right of way. Too much. Too much with the blade.
Ranvier getting the parry riposte there. But 20 seconds left on the clock. And a 9-point deficit.
Oh,
they
they
just
came
got-
together.
Yeah, just got tangled up. As if they were doing some kind of weird dance hold. Well, Zagadolina asking for Ko to have a look at the replay.
Sticks his decision. I think that's pretty much it now.
Ooh, Ranvier trying something.
They're deciding no, it isn't, Karen. It's only time to get one more hit.
Nothing doing.
Able to get
So-
past the target.
38-29. We're into the last period. Ina Deregletsovan's coming on for Russia. Izura
Well, -3 Blast finished on, giving away 3 more hits than she scored. -1 for Pauline Ranvier.
and Thibaut coming on with a massive -7. So 8 more to go, and France will be level.
Glass half full kind of guy. I like it.
Well, I heard that if your glass is half full and you're moaning about it, pour it into a smaller glass and get on with it.
Very good. It's another one from Isotirubu. She's going after this, and Ina Deregletsova, you would expect with the commanding lead to take this one comfortably, but she's got a fight on her hands, and she really has to stay sharp. Referee Tim Bardenhagen for this one comes on for Ko, and it goes to have a look at the video for that one. Gives the hit, and now we can hear the referee as well.
Alt, attaque non valable. En garde. Prêt, allez.
Deregletsova really pumped, celebrating that one.
En garde. Prêt, allez.
Yeah, counter-attack from Deregletsova.
Prêt, allez. L'attaque à faire non valable.
So Tim Badenhagen's having a look at the video. And what's he going to call? Barrier post to Dereglitsova.
Thibaut aggrieved, but Tim Badenhagen's right. There was a parry riposte. And again, in that first match, she had the same issue. She was questioning, challenging the referee, and the referee quite rightly stuck to his guns.
Well, Thibaut didn't ask for a video review, so she's not lost anything. 3 apiece. But Dereglitsova only 4 away from finishing this.
But Isra Thibaut has had a rise has come in the last 2 years to the top of the world rankings, and she is now a big challenger on the senior scene. She's really improved, and she's really grown in confidence and decision-making tactically as well. So it's not done yet, and Dereglitsova needs to be mindful of that.
Yes, sometimes Dereglitsova can go into a little bit of cruise mode.
Not this season.
No.
6
No.
World Cup wins.
Yeah, well, that time Thibaut signalled to the referee that he was right and said, well, he acknowledged that, said thank you.
Stop it.
Stop it, yeah. So Thibaut was attacking Dereglitsova, not her right of way, but is able to hit and move back before Thibaut can finish the attack. And
One way.
and 1 point left before Russia will defend their European title.
And this is going to change things at the top of the world rankings. Coming into the tournament, France is sitting at the top with Italy, USA and Russia following them up, but Russia are going to leapfrog both the USA and Italy. But of course the USA have the Pan American Championships coming up.
Let me just correct that. They won silver last time in Novi Sad, and now they've won gold. So they've done one better than they did last year, and the Russians are the gold medalists and the new European champions. Thoughts on that match, Karen?
It was a tactical battle between the two teams. France just allowed the Russians to put out a bit of a lead. There was that middle fourth leg when Blas came on and outscored her opponent Larissa Korobeynikova by getting 9 points in that leg. That forced the Russians to make the